Very important story to all those watching us. And that is one of the giants of India, Inc. wants you to work more. In fact, he wants you to work 70 hours a week. That's not 17, that is 70 hours a week. We're talking about Infosys founder, Mr. Narayana Murthy, who's made it very clear that if India has any aspirations to become that superpower in the future, it is the youth in the country who needs to start working harder, work 70 hours a week. Kartik, possible?
I think if I were an Infosys employee today, I would just say, thank God, Mr. Narayana Murthy, with due respect, reverence is no longer CEO of the company. I think 70 hours, of course, for an Indian millennial Gen Z worker today, I believe is an overkill. I mean, we work with a lot of youngsters. We are not that young anymore. We've done 70 hours
I know what you're talking about. I am that young.
We've done 70 hours plus consistently over time, but today's youth is not going to give 70 hours to an organization. And, while it's a great idea, it's a fairly utopic idea that, you need to feel responsible for the country's growth. You need to participate in building the country and building one organization at a time. The organization you're working in, contribute to that and contribute to nation building as a whole. But the examples that Mr. Murthy has given are of countries like Germany and Japan, which rebuilt themselves after World War II. Does India really need to rebuild itself right now? That's a question that I don't know if Mr. Murthy has a clear answer to. We are fairly well-to-do already. We have a large population and we have enough people added to the workforce. EPFO data suggests that we have enough number of people paying taxes. And I think right now the conflict for the youth of India and even youth, including you, not so young, including me, could be that do we really want to slog 70 hours a day, or do we want to find a happy work-life balance?
Absolutely.
Which gives us mental peace in addition to the greed work that we do. And greed work sort of takes me back to what Claudia Golden also said in her research, that there is this propensity of a balance between the male and the female section of society, where if the female section of the society is rearing children and bringing up children, then that female section looks for, that's 50% of workforce in developed countries, looking for flexibility. Whereas the male counterparts are looking for greed work, which can give them more money, more recognition, better job opportunities. And hence, over time, if you have both husband and wife doing greed work, you end up richer, but you end up unhappier. As opposed to flexibility, and if you employ that flexibility, it keeps you poorer but gives you more happiness. So I think a little bit of conflict between Narayana Murthy and what Claudia Golden said, but 70 hours a week to my mind is a bit of an overkill.
Yeah, especially in the post-pandemic world when we all clearly figured out the meaning of life and the purpose of it all, sitting inside homes for so long, what is important to us. It's not always about that promotion. It's not always about that better paycheck. Sometimes it's about our own sanity as well.